my friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking you along on a celebration of Maslenitsa, an ancient Slavic holiday celebrating the coming of spring. So today we are going to cook some blintzes together, clean up, decorate the altar for the spring, and perform a traditional Slavic ritual to welcome the spring and say goodbye to the winter with the burning of the Maslenitsa effigy. So let's get right into it. Maslenitsa is an ancient Slavic holiday to welcome the spring and say goodbye to the winter. Usually it's celebrated around the beginning of March, typically around March 1st, and it is still celebrated today. One of the most popular things to do for the celebration of Maslenitsa is bake some bliny, also known as blintzes. Blintzes are very symbolic and represent the sun, warmth, and the spring that's coming. People typically party, eat a lot of blintzes and other foods, go sledding, spend time outdoors, and at the end of the day, they burn an effigy for the goddess of winter, Morena. By the way, you can download my free Slavic Wheel of the Year cheat sheet, link below in the description. So I start the day by cooking some blintzes. This is probably the most popular activity to do for Maslenitsa. Blintzes are very easy to make. All you need is some milk, sugar, a little bit of salt, eggs, butter, and toppings of your choice, which include berry jam, honey, sour cream, or even condensed milk. First, I'll mix together all of the ingredients and create kind of a runny batter. It has to be runnier than your typical pancake since blintzes are a little bit thinner than pancakes. Next, I'll add the batter to a hot pan greased with butter. In Russia, there is an expression, "Первый блин комом," which means the first blin is always messed up. I think what it's supposed to mean is that anytime you start something new, you might fail the first few times, but that's okay, you should keep going because it will get better. I like adding a little bit of kitchen witchery while I'm cooking the blintzes by focusing on the symbolism of this recipe. The blintzes themselves symbolize the sun, the warmth, the spring, and the optimism for what's yet to come. So as I'm making them, I like to focus on all of the things I want to welcome with the spring. The berry jam and the honey and all the other toppings you put on your blintz symbolizes the harvest, the fruit, and the fertility that spring will bring along. So focus on your intentions for the year ahead. Focus on the things you want to come to fruition as you're spreading your jam on your blintzes. The sour cream symbolizes the snow that has yet to melt. So as you're putting that on your blintz, focus on the things you still need to let go of as the winter fades away. Once they're done, make sure to enjoy your delicious blintzes and share them with your friends and family, as is traditional. Once I've thoroughly enjoyed my blintzes, I like to do a little cleaning and decorating because welcoming the spring means sprucing up the space a bit. I'm going to go ahead and clean my altar, get some of the old dust off of it, and add some springy elements to it. I also like to water my plants and add some flowers throughout the house. Just introduce some more greenery to make it more springy in here. And lastly, I want to make sure to go around and update any winter decor to spring decor. That way spring knows we're ready for her to come. Traditionally, in old and modern day Maslenitsa celebrations, the holiday ends with the burning of a large effigy for the goddess of Morena. Morena is the goddess of winter, she represents winter, and so traditionally you want to set her on fire at the end of the night to really finally banish winter and welcome spring in its place. Typically, these effigies are made out of hay, old clothing, wooden parts, wooden chips, a big, large wooden pole. Now, of course, I live in a small apartment in the United States, and I can't exactly put together a large effigy like that, let alone go out into the town and burn it on public land. Let's just say I don't live in the kind of town where that kind of pagan expression would be okay. That said, I still want to participate in the tradition. So I'm going to do a little apartment-friendly version of this. I'm going to create a much smaller effigy and find a way to burn it in the house without setting off the fire alarms. If you guys want to follow along, let's do it. And by the way, if you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I decided to make my Morena effigy figure out of paper. So I'm writing down all of the things I want to let go of. because the Slavs tend to burn the things they want to get rid of this time of year. So I figured in addition to winter itself, there are a few things, toxic habits, maybe some behaviors or toxic people that I'd like to leave behind in the season of winter. So I'm writing that down on the piece of paper and turning into a little feminine figure representing the goddess Mariana. Next, I'll prepare a bowl to actually burn the figure in. You could use something like a cauldron or a bowl, just make sure that it is fire safe. As I'm burning the figure of Mariana, I'm focusing on winter going away, and all the things I wrote down going away too. Another Slavic ritual I recently learned about is that when they burn the effigy of Mariana, they like to throw some coins into the flame. When the fire is done, they pick those coins up and hold on to them for the rest of the year. This is supposed to bring abundance and wealth into your life. So I thought that was a really cool idea and tossed a couple coins in myself. As I watch the remnants of the effigy burn away, I think about the cycles of nature and the idea of warmth, rebirth, and optimism coming into my life. And thus, my little Maslenica celebration comes to a close. And I feel such a great connection to my Slavic roots, even though I live in the US and I definitely don't get to celebrate it the way I would if I was still back home. But I still feel the connection to the themes of this holiday. I definitely feel very excited about winter ending soon. This holiday really brings me hope that the dark days are going to be over soon, the light, warmth, spring, and rebirth are coming my way. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this little holiday. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some ideas for yourselves. And I'd love to hear in the comments below if you do anything special to celebrate the spring. Are there any rituals that you like to partake in? Are there any foods you like to make right around the spring? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, share it, leave a comment below. And until next time, happy spring! Bye guys.